Okay, so good evening, everyone. Okay, so today will be our first lesson. Okay, so basically, I think we introduce first the chapter you're going to learn in your Form 1.
Okay.
Okay, let me share the textbook Form 1. Okay, so let us look at the syllabus we are going to learn. Actually, for chapter 1 is not as hard as you think actually. So first, actually, we have 9 chapter. You can see in the textbook you're going to take when school will open. Okay, so the first chapter is Introduction of the Science Investigation. So here we have 7 subtopics. Okay, so basically some of the parts you actually learn already at your primary school. So just we change to English now. Okay,
You
then
close
sorry.
you close the presentation screen.
Have you seen the textbook with the chapter 1?
I don't have.
Oh, you cannot see the screen, is it?
I cannot see.
Hey, you cannot see the screen.
Cannot.
Fine, please see in front here. Okay, you have 2 here. Okay, so you may choose here and here.
I still cannot see.
You cannot see. Okay, let me share again. Because actually I sharing already. Okay, so I share again the slide. I'm using the PDF actually. Can you see that now?
I still cannot.
Really? I think it's your PC problem already.
I'm using phone.
What you can see on the screen, you cannot can you see my sharing?
I can. They say your presentation. Presented, but the screen is closed.
What you see in the screen?
It's closed.
Close. Let's say I'm sharing this.
No.
Cannot see also. This is the first time happens actually. Let me see. Because I do nothing really here. If I pinch to the screen, can you see now?
I see a black screen only.
Black screen only. Can you see that?
You closed it.
I close it.
Yeah.
You using handphone or you using the
I'm
PC?
using phone.
Laptop?
I'm using handphone.
Handphone. Because supposed to be no problem. Okay, but the hard copy is at you, is it?
Huh?
You have the hard copy for your notes and exercise, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so if like this, then you just look at your hard copy now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so these two will belong to them. Okay, so basically, I think you have to do something because I think it's your handphone problem now. Okay, so here, basically just now I mentioned that we are totally going to go through 9 chapters. Chapter 1 will be the easiest one now, Introduction to Scientific Investigation. So we have about the 7 subtopics. Okay? And then the next will be the cell as the basic units of life. So we learn about the basic unit of the cell, so component of cell and their function. So not limited to the humans only, but together with the plant, animals, cell. Okay? Then the coordination and response will be homeostasis in living things. Then chapter 4, reproduction. So reproduction total, we have about 7 subtopics. Okay, so some of that is actually you learn at your pendidikan seni, 体健. Or some of the knowledge will be learned previously already. Okay, then chapter 5 will be metal. Then chapter 6, periodic table. You know what is periodic table? 元素表. Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sorry?
Yeah, I know.
You know, okay, good. Okay, then A. Okay, we want to learn about the composition of A and then combustion, and then we go through the air pollution also. Okay, then light and optic. This one is quite challenging chapter. So we have about total 7 sub-chapter going to learn. And this chapter is very important because we have extension knowledge at Form 4, especially when you take science stream physics. And then chapter 9 will be Earth. Okay, so total we have 9 chapter going to go through. All the time is actually quite short for Form 1. Okay, because you all just start January, like Form 2 and Form 3 actually they start during the holiday already, so that we can go through the all subtopic more detail. Okay. Okay, Okay, so that means that total we have 9 subtopic going, total chapter going to learn in your Form 1. Okay, so now we go to our notes. So Catherine, notes are page number 1. Okay, since you cannot see the screen, suppose will be no problem. Maybe you can, because you have you learn through online for long term. So hopefully we can solve this problem for next lesson.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, so we are actually page number 1A1. Okay, so you can see here introduction of science investigation. So introduction 介绍 science investigation 科学研究。investigation 是研究啦
Okay.
Okay, so first 1.1, science is a part of daily life. So first question may ask you, what is the science? Okay, so we actually know what is science, but when we explain about the science, we don't know what sentence or proper sentence have to explain, right? So here the answer will be a discipline involve systematic observation and experiment on natural phenomena. So that means that as we conduct experiment, normally we want to see the observation. Then we can analyze and do a experiment report. And most of the observation is actually we want to know what is happening around us. So here referring to natural phenomena. Okay, 所以它是一个有系统性的观察。讲观察和实验，在自然现象，所以就是科学就是一个科目，有系统性的观察跟研究自然现象。Phenomenon 是现象啊。Okay, so number 2, science is always happening around us and is not limited to laboratory investigation only. So that means that normally we think that the science is normally we do experiment, we learn about theory. Actually, the theory and experiment we do is we want to understand the natural phenomenon. Okay, so natural phenomenon are events or occurrence that happens in air, water, and land. So there is everywhere for the natural phenomenon occurring. Okay, so that means that we cover everything here. 所以自然现象呢，就是一个现象发生在水里面、空气里面或陆地。Okay, so natural phenomenon can be explained and understood through scientific knowledge. So what we learn through this subject Okay, so the question might ask you, please list down few natural phenomena. So here we have the first answer: growth of growth of a baby into an adult. So this is a natural process experienced by all human beings. Then rainbow occurrence. So how the rainbow occur? So this one is related to chapter 8, light and optic. Okay, it's due to refraction, 折射, and dispersion, 光的散发. So this one will be go through detail at chapter 8. Okay, 就是彩虹的发生啊. Okay, so see an object falling to the ground. Okay, so this is due to gravity, right? 地心引力造成东西掉下来. Melting of ice, boiling of water. So all of this is the physical changes of the water. So for these physical change you are going to learn at chapter 5. 叫什么啊 ？Physical change 是它的状态改变 ，physical 其实是物理性的改变啊。物理性的改变就是比如说 melting 是融化，对不对 ？boiling 是沸腾，所以这个变化也是科学现象之一。Okay, so F. So a adjusted perspex rod attracts small pieces of paper. So normally we can using the plastic ruler. You rub with the cloth, the ruler will be adjusted, right? When you close the plastic adjusted ruler towards the paper, so the paper will be attracted. Okay, so this is known as electrostatic force, 静电. Electrostatic charge, 静电啊. Okay? Okay, but this one, electrostatic charge, will be going to learn at Form 2, Chapter 6 now. So here, you just need to know the natural phenomenon only. Then the next will be the day and night. So it simply said that the question will be asked you, what is the examples of the natural phenomenon? You just give growth of the baby into an adult, rainbow occurrence, and object falling to the ground and others now. So normally one mark will be referring to one answer. Understand? Okay? Okay, then we go to the page number 2 on Catherine on. See, you cannot see the slide. Okay, so the page number 2 will be 1.1.2, the importance of the science in everyday life. Okay, so here, through the science, we're able to understand the natural phenomenon that are happening around us. So why we want to learn about the science? Wait, Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so here, actually the main point here is why we want to learn about the science. So first, we want to understand the natural phenomena around us. Is the first reason why we learn the science and why the science is important now. Okay, then B, to use the thing around us to improve our standard of living, so that we can be live more comfortable. Like example, you don't need to wash your clothes by using free hand, right? You can wash by machine already. So this is an invention through the knowledge of the science. Okay, so this is the 2 reasons why we want to learn through the science. Okay, 所以第一个为什么我们学习科学？因为我们要了解自然现象发生在我们的周围。We improve our standard of living， 就是 improve 是进步，对不对？增进我们生活的 standard 是数字 ，OK？ Okay, so here number 2, the importance of science in everyday life. Okay, so here, if let's say you look at the chart, so the importance can be classified to 5 fields, right? So here we have the first medicine. So in the medicine, there is the discovery of the vaccine and antibiotic. In the field of medicine, helps in controlling infectious disease and reduce the death. Okay, so vaccine, we know about this, right? Especially during COVID-19, all of us injected with vaccine for prevention from the virus of corona, right? Then antibiotic is medicines that help to kill the microorganism when we are infected by some of the virus or bacteria. Okay, so vaccine 是叫什么疫苗？疫苗啊 ，antibiotic 是抗生素，所以抗生素的作用就是杀死细菌。OK， 所以细菌通常是 infection disease 的来源。infection disease 的意思是传染病。you can write down if let's say you need the translation. Okay, so and reduce the death rate. So these two importance of the medicine for us now. First, we can controlling infectious diseases by using the vaccine and antibiotic, right? 抗生素 antibiotic. Okay, then the second field we go to transportation. 交通。transportation 是交通啊。Okay, so faster, safer, and more comfortable transportation and road have been designed to improve our transportation system. Okay, for example, we don't need to walk anymore for longer distance. We have aeroplane, we have train to take, and some more. So this is also related to science now. Then the next we go to communication. 通讯。通讯啊。Okay, so invention of satellite has made communication more effective and faster. For example, we have handphone to communicate through WhatsApp, through Telegram. You can searching anything through internet. So all of this because of the satellite to help us in short, long distance communication also, right? Okay, then the next we have agriculture, 农业. Okay, so increases crop yield by invention of fertilizers, pesticides, and hydroponic method. Okay, so crop 农作物 yield 是生产 ，okay 所以增加咯 increases crop yield. That means that the production of the agriculture increases. Why? Because we apply fertilizers. fertilizer 是肥料 ，pesticide 杀虫剂 ，hydroponic method. Okay, so hydroponic method is a method for planting the agriculture crop through water. 水耕种植法。是你听过吗？有OK， 水耕种植法叫做 hydroponic method. Okay, so then the last construction 是建屋子啊、马路那些。Okay, so contribute to the area of engineering such as construction of tall buildings. Okay, so total we have 5 different fields in the importance of the science in daily life. Okay, straightforward. Okay, I'm not going to detail. Okay, so we go for the last one subtopic for first subtopic. Okay, 1.1 we have 3 related subtopic. Okay, so the next here will be the career in the science. Okay, so what you are going to be if you learn through the science already. So here will be the example. So science offers us wide choice of career. So example, you learn biology is a study about the living things. So you can become zoology, botany, microbiology. This one is a subject now. This is a subject involved. Then physiology. Okay, 所以 biology 是生物，读关于生物哦，所以你可以称为 zoology 这个不是职业 ，zoology 是一个读关于动物的一个科系。botany 是植物，读植物的。microbiology 是微生物之类的啦physiology 是物理治疗 ，OK， 是吗 ？physiology。Okay, like physics, characteristic of metal and energy. So physics, we learn about metal, 物质。And energy, 能量。Okay, so the field involved will be engineering, electricity. Clear? Then chemistry, 化学, composition, structure, properties, and reaction of matter. Okay, so if let's say you go through our 9 chapter, so chapter 2, cell as a basic units of life is actually related to biology. Chapter 3, coordination and response also referring to biology. Reproduction also biology. Okay, if you go to chapter 5, matter is subject under physics. Then for the chapter 6, periodic table is chemistry. Air can be chemistry, chemistry, light and optic, and earth will be physics. Okay, so this is a classification for the science when you go for science stream, when you go for Form 4 or Form 5. Okay, then geology, 地理学 is a study about the rock, soil, and mineral. So the subject related to geology will be geochemistry, geophysics, and geomorphology. Okay, then astronomy, 天文学. Astronomy 是天文学 study about the moon, star, planet, sun, and other objects in space. Subject related is astrophysics. Then meteorology, meteorology 是气象学，对不对？ Okay, so study about the weather, climate change. Okay, then examples, study related, subject related is hydrometeorology. Okay, then we go to the table 1.1, page number 3. Catherine, we are page number 3 already. Okay, so the field of study here, astronomy, the career related will be astronomer. Do you have the page number 3 notes? You open the next page. Different different
Different.
Okay, I think this because maybe this version is the old version. Last time we have a very long period for study. Then after that, after COVID-19, with the school reopened at March, then exam still at December. So that's why I make it the notes shorter already. Okay, you can just listen because you can get this related career and subject in your textbook actually when you get your textbook already. And later on, we also will go through the checkpoint. Okay, you can just listen first now. Okay, because later on you'll see the answer. Okay, if you get the textbook already, it's actually at page number 6 now. So you need to know the subject. For example, just biology. What it means by biology is study about the living things, right? If you refer to the notes just now I discussed with you, then the subject related is zoology, microbiology, and others. Okay, then if you go to a textbook, it has actually another picture. It's a career related to science now. So where is actually for physics, you can see the related career will be astronomer, oceanographer, teacher, then meteorologist, engineer, physicist. Then for biology, you can become doctor, botanist, zoologist, and others now. Then for the chemistry, you can become pharmacist, you can become chemist. Okay, geology, you can become geologist, teacher. So teacher is the more easiest one. When you study what, you also can become, right? Okay, everyone. 只是需要知道哪一个职业跟那个科目有关系。比如说刚才讲 physics 是物理，你可以成为 astronomer 是太空人 ，oceanographer 是跟海洋有关系的职业啦Okay, so meteorology 是跟气象有关系的职业 ，engineer 工程师 ，physicist 是物理师等等。clear everyone? Okay, I think it's not very hard for the first topic. Okay, right? You can follow easily, right?
Yeah.
Okay, not challenge at all. Okay, so never mind. We go to our checkpoint first. Okay, so since you cannot see the slide, please refer to your checkpoint 1.1. Or if you want, you can just look at your 1.1 checkpoint. Checkpoint question normally is very easy. It's related to the notes. You can just get your answer from the notes. Okay, so I'm going to distribute the question. I mean that here I ask you the question and you give me the answer. Okay, so here, okay, we start from objective, is it? 1.1? You want? No. Same version with me. Objective, right? Okay, so here, C is objective. We have about 3 questions. Okay, so first Catherine, you can try to answer number 1. Then later on, you give me the answer. Huh? So number 2, we have Roy. Number 2, please try. 2 minutes. Number 3, pregnant. Then number 4, okay, so we have another 2. So what is your name? Hao Xuan. X-U-A-N. Okay, so from which school? Going to what school? Yobin, okay. Okay, so Hao Xuan, you try to answer subjective question. So you just give me which will be the answer. Oh, A, B, C, D. Then another one. Yong Kai Ming. R-O-N-G. R-O-W, Low. Oh. Kai, M-I-N-G. B-I-N. Yobin. You all is in the group already, right? Okay. So Kai Bin. So fill in the blank. Number 2. Okay, so question number 1, Catherine, what's your answer? Have you ready, or you need more time to answer? Lost. Okay, number 2. Okay, Roy give A for number 2. So this is not the answer yet. So Catherine, is it you want to give your answer?
I can't see.
But we are at the objective number 1. Your question is number 1. What is science?
C.
C. Your answer is C, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, it is not answer yet. We correct all the answers first. Okay, so number 3. Meteorology. Hey, this one we just go through. Meteorology, what is the definition for the study? Look at the notes. D, right, is a study related to weather and climate. Okay, so I think the question number 1, okay, we go through question number 1 first, before we go for structure question. Okay, so what is the science? So here, Catherine answer is correct. It's a discipline. I think we have a more accurate answer, right? Any one of you? D, right? Yes, Roy give D. D actually is C. Science is a discipline involve systematic observation and experiment in our daily life. It's not wrong. However, it's more accurate is related to the natural phenomenon. Catherine, also answer should be D. A1. Science is a discipline that involves systematic observation and experiment of natural phenomenon. You can refer to your notes, page number 1, sentence number 1, Catherine. So the definition must be related to natural phenomenon. All these definition, just how we go through together. So the keyword here, systematic observation, experiment on natural phenomenon. 所以它是一定要有系统性的观察、实验，关于这个自然现象。Okay, So 答案是最好答案是 D. Okay, so number 2. Okay, so choose the correct match about career in science. Okay, so here, physics related to astronomer. Yes, answer is A. Answer from Catherine, we are number 2. You
Okay.
you can follow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, number 2 is A. Physics. Okay, so we look at the career, meteorologists will be referring to physics, is it? Right? So means here subject is wrong. Then geologist will be biology. Then forensics is related to chemistry and biology. 法医，最后一个是法医来的。OK， 我锁匙呀，这moment。Wait, sorry, I take it because not the door is make noise. 这锁匙。去哪里？Okay, type in. Okay, so number 3, answer from type in is correct. Okay, so what is the definition of meteorology? So it's the study related to weather and climate. So number 3, answer is D. Okay, everyone? Okay, so we go to structure question. Okay, so here, tick on natural phenomenon. Catherine, we have page number 2, structure question number 1. So Houston, how Xuan, A, B, C, D, E, F, you just give the alphabet, which is the answer. Rainbow occurrence, yes. D, germination of seed, yes. 种子发芽 growth of baby, yes. Construction of building is related to science, but it's not natural phenomenon. So answer should be 3 only. 还要的是自然现象罢了 ，OK？ 所以答案是 A、D 跟 E。So answer formation of rainbow, germination of seed, growth of a baby. Okay. Okay. So now again we come again for definition of science. So type in. Discipline, systematic, phenomenon. Okay, so answer is observation and experiment. Good, correct. Okay, so again number 2. So answer is observation, experiment. Catherine, can you get the answer?
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, so number 3. Okay, so now again I distribute the question among you all. Okay, so here, okay, you all give me numbers now. Okay, I think we wait. Okay, I start from. Just now we start from top, right? So now we start from behind. So number 3 just now, the last person type in. So type in answer. Number 3. So later on you can just give me the answer. If you count here 1, 2, 3, 4 here, so be faster lah. 4 and 5. Okay, so you try number 3. Okay, then. So Catherine, you try 4 physics. A, you give the fill in the blank definition and give one example. Okay, you can key in also in the chat room. Like say you finish already a question. Okay, so Catherine, you try for physics. Okay, then the next will be Hao Xuan. biology, and D. Then EF, row E, chemistry. Okay, then Brennan. Okay, so but here the fill in the blank answer should be have a little bit different from my definition. I think it's a little bit different now. But you all try first, see whether you can get the answer. But some of the terms is related to what we defined just now. Okay, anyone get the answer already? Okay, so we start from type in. So agriculture. Okay, so answer, Katrina. Number 3, match the importance of science with their correct field. Will be block number 4. Manufacturing of fertilizer and pesticide is correct answer given by Kaipin. Okay, then medicines. Medicine, yes. First block, production of vaccine and antibiotic. Yes, correct. Construction. Construction of tall building, yes, correct. Block number 3. Okay, then food technology. 2. Manufacturing of processed food, yes. The communication will be invention of communication satellite. Okay, so I repeat. So agriculture answer will be block number 4. Manufacturing of fertilizer and pesticide. 农业重要性就是生产肥料跟杀虫剂。Medicine 医药重要性 block number 1. Production of vaccine and antibiotic 生产疫苗跟抗生素。Okay, construction answer block number 3. Construction of tall building 建造高的建筑物Okay, food technology 就是食品工业，食品工艺technology 是工艺啦So importance manufacturing of processed food 生产制造其实 manufacturing 是制造制造 processed food 就是经过加工对，经过加工的食物，比如说你每次吃的那种酿豆腐nugget 对不对 ？Okay, so all of this is considered processed food Okay, then communication 通讯像我讲 Okay, so invention of communication satellite 发明了那个卫星通讯的卫星 Okay, Okay, so that means that actually can straight away using the answer from checkpoint. If you think that some of the notes answer is very long, right? So actually you can use the checkpoint for your revision also. Or it's actually short notes Okay, then here, Catherine for physics study of the Ivan. Okay, next option. Do you get the answer already?
Yeah.
Okay. Study of? Yes, good.
Biology, botany, microbiology, and
Physics. Okay. So actually here you can just give one answer So for number 4 Biology, C is study of living things. You can refer to textbook, our notes now. Page number 2. All the answer is listed here. Okay, is living things. You can choose one of the example of study. Zoology, botany, microbiology, physiology. Okay. Okay, then the next.
Study of matter and its reaction.
Okay, so study of metal and its reaction. Correct. Matter, M-A-T-T-E-R. Yes.
Forensics.
Forensics. Yes. Just how we go through. Okay, here. Forensics. Okay. Everyone get the answer? Then, Brandon.
Study of rock, soil, and minerals. Geochemistry, geophysics, geomorphology.
Study of rock, soil, and mineral. Yes. Example.
Geochemistry, geophysics, geomorphology.
Okay, so we choose one of the answer. I choose geophysics. Okay. Catherine, can you get the answer?
No.
Okay, so for the first one, okay, I help you, Catherine. Okay, so physics here is, okay, if you refer to the notes just now we go through, characteristic of matter and energy. So that means here we also need to use the term we go through just now. Where will be matter and energy actually. Okay, so that means here the answer should be study of energy and its influence on matter. So answer energy and metal. Energy and metal. And then, okay, I just choose one of the field. Engineering now is a common field. Engineering, 工程系 as example So I repeat the answer. Okay, so A, energy, metal. B, engineering. Okay, make sure you get the answer. Okay, then C, biology, study of living things. So answer living. Choose one of the example. Zoologist, we go through just now. So chemistry, study of matter and its reaction. So answer matter, M-A-T-T-E-R. Then just now, Roy give Forensics, F-O-R-E-N-S-I-C-S.
Which one is zoologist or zoology?
Okay, spelling G-Y, yes. So thank you for correction. So zoology, we follow the terms we go through just now. Then the G, rocks and mineral. Study of rock, soil, and mineral. Then example here we have geophysics now. Okay, clear? Okay, so now we go to the next. Okay, so astronomy. Okay, I think this one we go through together now because it's not very hard. We just transfer answer from our notes now. So astronomy, the study of planet. Just now we go through with moon, star, planet, sun. So we can choose whatever suitable now. Okay, so here star we have already object in the space, so we can choose planet. Study of planets, star and object in the space. Okay. Clear, everyone? Oh, Catherine, can you follow?
Yeah.
Yes, huh? Okay, so examples for the field related, we can choose one and only in our notes, astrophysics. You can just follow. Astrophysics. Make sure you all get the answer. Okay, then the last, meteorology. So, study of weather and climate. Study of weather and climate change. So, the answer, for example, we have hydrometeorology. Okay? Can you want? Okay, so now we go for number 5, Katrina. Okay, so complete the bubble map below with the career in science. Okay, so career in science here, we can just choose whatever we go through just now with the textbook. Just now we go through the textbook. Okay, so the career, but actually logical thinking or common sense, what is career related to science? You can choose whatever, doctor lah, pharmacist lah. Just now we go through teachers, right, and others, zoologists. So actually this one we can using common sense. Sometimes we not always stick to what you memorize. This will be very hard. Okay, so if I say you understand, you just go through the answer. So I give the very easy answer. Doctor lah, sure is related to science, right? Doctor, engineer. All this is most of your ambition, right? Listed here, engineer. Okay, then just now teacher is whatever subject you go through, you can become. Okay, and then one more. Okay, if I say textbook, I choose the most common one. Just now we have astronomer, right? Astronomer. Okay, so got many options. Oh, your answer maybe is correct. No need to change actually. Okay, clear one. So this is related to 1.1. It's very easy. Okay, so I continue with 1.2, Catherine.
Okay.
Okay, so we back to our notes. 1.2, is it? Okay, so your science laboratory. Okay, so again, different, is it? Okay, so understand. Okay, your one is actually straight away go to apparatus, is it? Okay, so I go to apparatus. So Catherine, your one also apparatus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so next session, maybe you can join 5 minutes earlier so that we can see got any problem. Because if let's say we go for the subtopic 1.4, I think. So 1.4, there will be, I need to show the picture only you can understand. So next session we can see how to solve the problem. Next week also you'll be using handphone, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what happened to your handphone. Supposed to be no problem. Okay, you see dark, right?
Yeah.
If I say see dark, actually here will be also the same. Let me join myself. If you try to others' handphone, is it still the same?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, never mind. So next week, you see whether how we can solve the problem. Okay, I try to join myself. See whether the slide will be the same or not. I can see the slide, Catherine.
I cannot see.
You still cannot see. I think your problem, your handphone problem. Oh, my handphone can see. So anyone got handphone? Okay, you can try to join, see whether you can see my slide.
Not
Oh, you're not in the group. Okay, never mind. Later I get your handphone. Okay, I think it should be your problem. Okay, today now.
Yeah.
Okay, please fix it now. Okay, so I continue. So today we still can continue with hard copy because all of this is just a theory. But when go to 1.4 is very important already. I need to show you the slide to draw the parts so that you understand. Okay, so I continue. Okay, so we use apparatus to carry out experiment and to make accurate measurements and observation. Right? For example, we want to see how much the volume of water we're using measuring cylinder. 量杯啊，量什么 ？measuring cylinder 学到什么？一个是烧杯，量桶，是吗？Never mind 啦，then you all can run through English from now. Okay, so here that means that we're using the apparatus is actually we want to get better measurement, more accurate measurement, and then we want to see the observation is clear. Okay, 所以我们为什么要使用这个用具？因为我们要有准确的测量。accurate 准确 measurement 是测量 observation 刚才讲哦观察 okay so number 2 the apparatus should be drawn in outline only so as shown in table 1.2 okay so you can see here we have 2 picture for each apparatus so for example test tube we have 3D image and we have 2D outline so during the exam you have to draw outline and using ruler if I say this is a straight line. Alright, okay, understand? So using ruler, so I think your first test will be test about this. So for containing or heating small amount of substances, so the function here will be 装或是烧少的物质. So boiling tube for containing or heating small amount of substances. I think here more on boiling now. Okay, I think I checked back from textbook. Okay, so if we're referring to textbook, textbook tell us that the first one, test tube more on containing. You can cancel out heating. For containing small amount of substance. Okay, so now cancel out or heating for the first test tube. You just write for containing small amount of substances. Then for boiling tube will be more on heating. Okay, so here heat small amount of chemical substance. So we cancel out containing now. So for heating small amount of substances. So that's why we call the second apparatus as boiling tube. 因为我们要沸腾嘛. Okay, then beaker for containing chemical and correcting liquid. So the important parts will be the outline. You need to know how to draw and then respective function. 还有它的功能. Okay, then the flux we are classified to 3 different types. You can see here first will be the conical flux containing chemical or correcting liquid. Round bottom flux, you can see the base is round shape. So purpose will be containing chemical used for preparing gas when heating is required. Or when heating is required, so that we're using the round bottom flux. When the bottom is flat, we call it as flat bottom flux. Here we also containing a chemical for preparing the gas, but here is not involved. No heating is required. So this is the difference between the round bottom flux and the flat bottom flux. Okay, then we go for next. Crucible. So crucible, again, you need to know the outline for heating solid directly over the frame. So normally the crucible is made up with the it's not the glass form, called is what? You'll see crucible before.
No.
No, okay, but you cannot see my picture. The problem is because now I'm showing them the picture. Oh, I think your white color, the how to call 这个叫什么啊？叫什么？不知道。它是一个容器，用陶瓷做的。Okay, so you just need to know the appearance now because now I want to describe to Catherine so how it look like. Okay, so so you can check yourself now. Actually, the recording will be also sent after this maybe tomorrow. So you can go through whatever the parts actually you think that the picture you want to see. So you can still go through again my recording, Catherine.
Okay.
Okay, so the next will be evaporating dish. So evaporating dish, the purpose is actually we want to conduct the experiment where we want to separate the salt from the salt solution. So that we using evaporating dish 我们用这个来那个蒸发水拿到盐，所以它是一个用来做分解的一个apparatus，这会在第5课讨论。Okay, evaporation. Okay, then we back to our next apparatus at page number 4, the last one, displacement can. Okay, so displacement can, you can see there is a mouth opening. So the mouth opening is actually used to overflow the water. Okay, so actually they want to use to measure the volume of irregular shape of object. So firstly, we have to pour our water until the lower part of the mouth. You can see here. So when you put in, example, a stone, so the water will be increases, right? Water level increases and then will be flow out. So here you have to collect it by using beaker. Then you can measure the volume of water overflow. So the volume of water collected same as the volume of the stone. Understand? So this is how we measure the volume of irregular shape of object. For regular, we have formula, right? For example, cube, we're using formula length times wave times height. 如果是正方体的体积 volume， 我们可以用长乘宽乘高来得到，对不对？所以如果是石头的体积 ，volume 是体积嘛，所以我们就量不到，所以我们就可以用这个 displacement can 来测量。所以第一个步骤就是把水倒到准到那个口的下面，你倒太少也是不准嘛，一定要准到下面。你可以给它流出来一点先才做实验的。OK， 然后之后你那个烧杯你就跟它弄给它没有水，之后你把那个石头震下去的时候，水就会满出来流进去烧杯里面。所以烧杯里面的体积你量到的就是那个石头的体积。Okay, so that means that this one is able to use to determine the volume of irregular shape object. 好，现在 irregular shape 不规律形状 ，irregular shape volume. Okay, clear everyone? So we go for the next page already, right? Your one is next page, right? Okay. Okay, so the first will be filter funnel. Filter funnel 漏斗是吧？叫漏斗啊。Okay, so for separating an insoluble solid from the liquid using filter paper. I think this separation you also learn at primary school, right? Using the filter paper placed inside the filter funnel.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So normally example we use to separate the soil with water mark of liquid, right? Okay, so the soil will be stay on the filter paper and then the clear water will be going down. You can correct it by using beaker. Okay, so this is the outline you need to understand how to draw and then the function. Okay, then the next will be the bell jar. Okay, so the bell jar is made of glass which is transparent. Okay, we used to separating an experiment from the outside environment. Okay, so what means by this? For example, so we have to study whether the plant needs the carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Okay, so that means that inside the experiment, inside the bell jar, we can put plant together with one chemical we know as potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide. So the chemical can use to absorb carbon dioxide, so that inside the environment of bell jar is actually do not have any carbon dioxide, but outside is with the carbon dioxide. Understand? 所以这个bell jar的目的是用来分开两个情况，就比如说刚才我给一个例子，你会看到做第二课你就会看到这个实验，我们要研究那个植物是不是需要二氧化碳，所以在这个bell jar里面我们就放一个植物，然后我们放一个化学物质叫做你可以用 sodium hydroxide 或者是 potassium hydroxide。这个化学物质呢，可以用来吸收二氧化碳，所以当你把植物放在这个bell jar里面呢，你就可以隔开两个情况，就是外面有二氧化碳，里面是没有二氧化碳，明白吗？所以它就是功能就是 separating 分开 and experiment 一个实验，so 是跟外面分开的。
我帮你写成问的。
是啊，然后来这个全部是我的 WhatsApp group。
我就给他们了。这个也是我给他爸了。
OK， 可以用。
应该是开协会的。
这样准备这样多啊？希
不
望
懂
希望是。
不
过之前
我红包的，你看，今年记录吗
？physics 这 physics 是有来吗？因为我那边
？physics 就没几个咯。
有这边这样多。
是吧？甜蜜的很多。甜蜜的多。
所以这样子拜我们会来 physics class 嘛？
不懂问的是有啊。
这样
我做 group 啊，完全。
因为我手上的是去年的，他们全部都会网。可是很少报4个报。
所以你看我完全做 group 啊。全部。
这样我来这边嘛？
我还不懂，现在我就是要等。
你跟我confirm先呢？
等拜一他们拜五他们联系之后才知道。
是啊，这样子就是没有，这样子这个礼拜5就我们要拜5，我就3个报，34个，旧的。Okay 啊 ，Okay, so I continue, Catherine.
Okay.
Okay, so I continue. Okay, so the next will be the gas jar for collecting the gases. So again, here the main point is actually you need to know the outline and the function. So we can do experiment. So this experiment we can use to separate two types of gases. Then we study the spreading effect. So for example, the spreading effect of the gas, we have been using the bromine gas, which is brown color. Then here we have air. When we open up, we can see the bromine gas will be straight away spreading to the next gas jar. So that means that we're using this apparatus to collecting the gases now. Understand? Brandon? Clear? 所以这个我们用来做那个分开气体的一个 apparatus。所以这个我们会用在第5课教，就是我们用这个东西来看，气体渗透率快过固体。第5课会有一个这个实验 ，OK？ Okay, then so I think the most important part for first exam will be this. So we have 3 different type of apparatus for measuring the volume. Measuring cylinder, burette, and pipette. Okay, so measuring cylinder for measuring a volume of liquid to an accuracy of 1 cm3. 所以这个 measuring cylinder 就是刚才讲的量筒，它是来测量那个体积volume volume 是体积，它的准确性是达到1 cm3， 就是它只可以量23 cm3、24 cm3、25 cm3， 它不可以量到小数点，不够准啊。Okay, but if using burette the accuracy you can see for measuring volume of liquid to accuracy until 0.1， 所以它可以测量到0.1的准确性。比如说，你可以量到23.2、23.4、23.5，你就要用到 burette。Okay, so this one, the apparatus selection depends on what accuracy of the reading you want to get. For big amount of volume, for sure that we can using measuring cylinder. But for the small amount of liquid, different, we can use the burette. 所以如果你的准确性要的是很准的，你就要用 burette。不然基本上我们会用 measuring cylinder. Okay, then the pipette measuring cylinder, for measuring very accurately specific volume, 50 or 25，所以它是用来测量准要的体积，比如说25、50。Okay, so you can look at the figure. We have a line. You can see here we have a dark line. So that means that if we take the liquid until this line, and if we're using 50 cm³ of the pipette, that means that this volume will be 50. Also, the volume will be scattered at the apparatus. Okay, clear? 这个号码会写在那个pipette上面，50、25还是什么？所以还要量的是 specific volume So these three different type of the apparatus. You need to take note. Okay, then we go for the next. Red dot stand and red dot clamp. So stand referring to this one. So you can see we have a rectangular base. This is a stand. Then we have a clamp to holding the apparatus. So the purpose for supporting apparatus during experiment， 所以它是用来支撑我们的 apparatus 用具Okay, then we have tripod stand. Okay, so the tripod stand, tripod that means that it has 3 legs, 3个脚，对不对？所以叫 tripod So tripod stand, so this is the outline just beside the actual picture. So the outline you need to know how to draw. Okay, so the purpose for supporting apparatus during heating. So this will be the apparatus for tripod stand. Then wire gauze is actually metal. Serve to conduct excess heat away. 所以这个 wire gauze 的目的就是分散热能，它是金属来的。所以它可以讲这边，它会把热能散发出去所以在烧东西的时候，它就会得到平均的热能。Okay, then the test tube ring. Okay, so here we have the hole. The hole is actually used to holding the test tube. Okay, 这个洞是用来装 test tube. So for holding test tube in the vertical position. Okay, so this will be the function. Okay, then the next here, next page already, right? So we have test tube holder. So this is a test tube holder for holding the test tube. Okay, so you need to use the test tube to hold the boiling tube, especially when you're doing the heating process, right? So that your hand will be not heated with the high temperature. Okay, then Bunsen burner, providing a flame to heat substances. 本身灯，小学有学过本身灯。Okay, then for measuring time, okay, we are using stopwatch. Then the next will be thermometer for measuring temperature. Then meter rule for measuring length to an accuracy of 0.1 cm. Okay, see? Accuracy for the ruler will be 0.1, just like the ruler you use for measurement, right? You can just have a look for a ruler. So the accuracy is up to 0.1 cm. 所以用的尺准确性是到 0.1 cm, 也就是1 mm. Okay, then the last apparatus here we have beam balance. Beam balance is used for measuring the mass. Understand anyone? So this is an outline and function of the respective apparatus you need to memorize now. Okay. Okay, so now we go to. Okay, so your notes is a little bit different from my one because I cut to shorter already. Okay, so before we go to simple hazardous, okay, so we go for our checkpoint first. Checkpoint. Okay, we back to checkpoint A1. Okay, so checkpoint 1.2. Okay, so we can try the question. But the objective question we cannot do first because involving the symbol. Okay, so then means that we go for structure first. Or you go for structure question number 1. Okay, so we have 6 apparatus. Okay, let's see how many question can distribute. Okay, so we only got 1 page. Okay. Okay, we start from Catherine again now. Catherine. Okay, so please give me the answer A and B. You have the question, right? Structure, name the apparatus. A and B. Okay, Catherine, answer A and B. C and D, answer by Brennan. So C and D, your turn. Okay, then E and F. Kai Bin. Okay, then we have correct. Okay, so to tick the correct answer. So A, B, answer by Royi. Then C, D, answer by Hao Xuan. Sorry? D. What is D? Anyone can tell me? What is the apparatus we're referring to? So we'll be look at the tripod stand. We have the wire gauze, right? So the function will be the second sentence. Okay, clear one. Okay, so very easy. So we start from number 1. So name the apparatus. So for the first, Catherine?
Retort stand.
And
Conical flask.
conical flask. Okay, so the first you have to give 2 retort stand and retort clamp. Okay, then the second conical flask is correct. Okay, so remember to give 2 because the picture is together with the clamp. Okay, so B, filter funnel. C is filter funnel. Then D, wire gauge. Okay, then the E, tripod stand. Then F, measuring cylinder. Yes. Okay, so I repeat the answer so that Catherine can get, because Catherine cannot see anything. Okay, so A is retort stand and retort clamp. B, conical flux filter funnel for C. Wire gauze for D. E, tripod stand. F will be measuring cylinder. Okay, so the next, number 2. So Adrian carried out an activity by using several apparatus in the science laboratory. So tick for the correct answer. So A and B, which one is correct? A. Okay, so answer from row E, A, correct. We check together first. So burning tube is used to heat small amount of chemicals. Yes, correct. Beaker is used to hold small amount of chemicals. This one supposed to be for test tube, right? Okay, so that's why this one wrong. So beaker wrong because we have to use the test tube. Okay, so how Xuan? C, correct. Okay, so we check. Tripod stand is used to support apparatus during heating. Yes, correct. So conical flux is used to filter. Filter is we using the filter funnel. So here apparatus for D is wrong because we're using filter funnel. So the correct answer is A and C only. Okay, so it's very easy. This 1.2. Oh, right, everyone. Not challenge at all. Primary school one more harder. Right, Brandon? Primary school one is harder than this, right? No, this is harder because you're using English. But your English so high marks, suppose no problem. Okay, so we back to next part already. Okay, so Catherine, we back to our notes. Simple hazardous material in laboratory. Okay, so number 1. Okay, so Catherine, we back to our notes already at 1.2.2 related to symbol of hazardous material. Okay, so many substances in the laboratory are dangerous and harmful to our health. So therefore, we should able to recognize the symbol for hazardous substances. Okay, so what means by hazardous? Hazardous 是危险，危险的意思，所以是危险的物质，所以我们需要知道它的符号 ，symbol 是符号。OK， so 自己记录下来 ，symbol 是符号 ，hazard 是危险 ，material 是物质 ，laboratory 是实验室啦Okay, so now the symbol is explosive substances， 会爆炸的物质 ，explosive 是爆炸啦So examples of chemical mixture of hydrogen and A, sodium, potassium, nitrate. Okay, so if I say you ask me how to translate, what is the sodium? Sodium 或者是钠，你是不懂是什么，对不对？所以我们就直接记英文。OK， 所以这边是一个化学名称所以你就把它记起来So mixture of hydrogen and A hydrogen 是一种气体，我跟华语叫什么氢气是吗？叫氢气OK， 让气球飞起来有2种气体，一个叫 hydrogen， 一个叫 helium。So helium 是安全的气体 ，hydrogen 那个这气体就是危险的，它遇到热能它就会爆炸。OK， 所以这个你可以这样子记Sodium 其实是 sodium chloride 是盐来的，其实不过 sodium 华语叫做钠，是一种金属来的，一种很活跃的金属。当它一遇到空气，它就会自然燃烧。Potassium 也是一样 ，Potassium nitrate 也是一种盐，不是我们煮菜的盐，煮菜盐是 sodium chloride。这个 Potassium nitrate 也是一种盐，可是不是我们吃的，吃的盐叫做 sodium chloride。OK，so 这些都是，如果是 sodium， 你看到 sodium 跟 potassium 都是活跃的，因为它是在periodic table 元素表里面的第1排，OK， 所以就要到第6课才可以解释到了。所以简单来讲这边你就要记吧。OK， so how to handle? Keep away from fire and heat sources， 远离火源。Follow the instructions given when using the substances， 所以要依据指示才可以使用。Okay, so the second hazardous symbol, you can see the frame, right? So it's a flammable substances, 易燃物，很容易燃烧的物质So we have petrol, ethanol, kerosene, methylate spirit, white phosphorus, yellow phosphorus. Okay, petrol. Okay, let's say you look at the example if this is a subjective question, you should give petrol because you understand, right? If I say it's a objective question with no choice, we need to know all the chemical here. But if I say go for subjective, the question asks you to give one flammable substances, you can straight away give petrol, right? This is a quite common sense answer you should give. Petrol 是汽油嘛，所以如果题目是出在 structure， 它叫你给一个 chemical 会 是容易燃烧的，当然你会的，好像这 phosphorus， 你可能没有听过嘛，对不对？因为这个也是要去元素表第6课才可以看得到。OK， 所以这元素表第6课，如果你去课本，你就会看到啊。Okay, so phosphorus is elements located at group 16， 在第16排，你就会看到它。这个 periodic table 元素表，所以你要看课本，你才会看到答案哦。所以在第1课不可能你需要元素表嘛。So phosphorus 是第15 ，phosphorus 它有2种不一样的 phosphorus， 所以它是容易燃烧的物质，所以你就要去到课本178面，你就会看到这个东西，这个元素 ，OK， 所以就是只可以直接的背起来。现在 ，OK，so petrol 是汽油 ，ethanol 是酒精 ，kerosene 是飞机的汽油，车我们是用 petrol， 对不对？飞机我们用 kerosene。所以前面3个就是很简单，我们自己知道它是一个容易燃烧的物质。后面的呢，methylate spirit 是油气用的一种类的气啦，OK， 然后后面2个 phosphorus white and yellow 是一种元素，刚好 show 给你看So this is example chemicals showing flammable substances with this symbol. So how to handle? Keep away from fire and heat sources. 远离热源。Okay then. So this symbol showing toxic and poisonous substances. Toxic 毒 poison 毒2个都是毒，所以有毒的物质啊。Okay, so mercury 水银 ，sodium cyanide 我不懂我要什么 ，hydrogen sulfide 跟 lead， 所以这个是 example for toxic substances。你可以记 mercury 咯，水银，水银在那个 thermometer 那边不是有用水银对啊，所以如果 thermometer 打破的话就很危险，因为水银有毒，会渗透我们的皮肤里面。Okay, so how to handle? Do not taste these substances. Follow the instruction given when using them. You see this answer. Follow the instruction by using them. Will be same with the first one. 根据指示来使用。Okay, then the next will be corrosive substances. Corrosive 是侵蚀。你可以看它的 symbol， 倒下去手会破掉，对不对？比如说酸跟碱 ，acid and alkaline you learn at your primary school already。OK， 酸跟碱 ，so concentrated 是浓的，很浓缩的 acid， 浓缩的酸 ，alkaline 碱 ，so bromine 是刚才我讲一种 brown color 的气体，也是有毒的其实。OK，then hydrogen peroxide。水是 H2O， 你们懂水是 H2O 吗？不懂 ？OK， 这样懂哦。OK， 有些人懂啊，有些人不懂。看有些牌子 H2O，H 是 hydrogen，oxygen 是 O， 所以水是由2个 hydrogen 1个 oxygen 形成。这个 hydrogen peroxide 是 H2O2， 2个 hydrogen 2个 oxygen 形成，所以这个是会侵蚀皮肤的。OK， 所以最简单就是记 concentrated acid and alkaline， 浓缩的碱，酸跟碱 ，acid 是酸啊 ，alkaline 是碱。Okay, so how to handle? Avoid direct contact with these substances. If accidentally spit on clothes or your skin, wash with pretty water. 所以避免直接跟它接触。So that means that you have to wear glove， 戴手套。OK， so 如果弄到衣服、皮肤要直接用水清洗。Okay, then next two will be irritating or harmful substances. Irritating 可以讲是敏感是吗？ harmful 是有害。check 一下怎样 translate 啊 irritating 啊，不对耶，现在写激怒哦。OK， 所以它就是会造成红肿这样子啊，刺激性 ，OK， 刺激性跟有害物质。So example ammonia, alcohol 是酒精，当然 ethanol 也是酒精，不过 ethanol 的酒精呢是直接去 alcohol 是所有的酒精都叫 alcohol，ethanol 是只有2个 carbon 的，叫做 ethanol。OK， 2个是酒精啊哦，所以一个物质可以有2个 symbol 的，比如说酒精不一定只是容易燃烧，它也是可以造成irritating，它可以有2个的，不一定讲哦那个只可以1个，它可以有很多个。Okay, so bromine vapor. Just now we also got one example. Bromine is corrosive, so that means that the bromine able to show 2 different hazardous symbols, which is corrosive, and another one will be irritating. Okay, then chloroform, chlorine. Okay, so chlorine. So normally we can get chlorine from cleaning agent. So example, when we want to kill the microorganism in swimming pool, water or swimming pool using chlorine. 在游泳池不是他们要杀菌那个泳池的水，我们就用这个 chlorine。可是它用的不会太多啊。Okay, so avoid inhaling them. Inhaling 是吸，避免把它们吸进去。Okay, so use them in a fume chamber according to instruction. Okay, so what is fume chamber? Okay, so fume chamber 是一个在实验室里面的一个用具来的，很大个的，它有一个抽风机在里面，所以你做实验的时候，你就要把它有一个透明的一个门啊，不是门啊，像窗口这样的 ，OK， 所以你要把它拉下来啊，这边 image，so Catherine 看不到，OK， 所以你就要把这个门拉下来，手放进去里面做。所以它上面有一个抽风机，会把这个气抽掉，就把它抽掉 ，OK， 所以这个叫做 fume chamber， 所以这实验你要在这个 fume chamber 里面做 ，OK，then radioactive substances 是辐射辐射的物质 ，OK，uranium、plutonium、radium、thorium， OK， 所以这个也是一定要记起来。这个有辐射的物质哦，之后在本区有一课叫做 nuclear energy， 你就会看到这个同样的字，所以这4个就是一个原料会有辐射释放出来 ，OK， 会用在哪里？比如说 uranium 是核子发电厂所用的原料，马来西亚没有核子发电厂啊，一些国家，美国、中国、日本，他们有核子发电厂。所以他们用核子能换成电能，所以他们就用 uranium 这个物质 ，OK， 所以它有危险，所以你要知道怎样使用。Okay, so here keep them in that container. Follow the safety precaution when handling them. Okay, so that means that you need to understand 6 hazardous symbols. You need to know how to handling them, and then examples of the chemicals. Okay, one. Catherine. Okay, so time's up already. So we have to stop here, but please go back and try your checkpoint. So next week we can straight away discuss our checkpoint. So please do question number 3. Question number 3. Okay, so look at the notes. Okay, so you can go through on 1.2.3 rule and safety measure. So this one is actually quite easy. You can go through and then you try question number 4. Okay, one. Okay, Catherine. So Catherine, make sure next week you can prepare another handphone or laptop so that let's say you cannot see the screen and you have another backup. Okay, Catherine?
Okay.
Okay, so if let's say not any question, our class will be continued as usual next lesson. Okay, bye-bye.